today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. And the San Francisco 49ers taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it.
Oh, he faked him with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Murray a give. This is Connor. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Now remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. Murray now on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Samson Abuka, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Murray's throw complete there to Beckham. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Murray now to throw. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Prater's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The numbers last week for Mitchell. 20 carries, 90 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first-quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Throwing now is Lance. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Lance a give now to Sermon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Here's Lance. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. Mitchell. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Mitchell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Dancing to his left. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that. I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former 1st-rounder, Jimmy. 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance being chased out left. is incomplete. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. First down, Murray. Flushed out right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down is Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Murray from midfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Murray getting this complete to Connor. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Throwing again, Murray. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Murray now. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now Murray. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a give, right side, Mitchell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Now a play fake. Lance steps away to his left. And this is caught. Jennings. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Lance hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. He let one slip away last week as well. So now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Now Connor. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Murray. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Murray fighting, lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell. And he's got this down to the 35.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's Goodwin with another jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And now they'll throw with Lance. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Oh, Watt shaken up. J.J. still down here following that last play. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lance. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 14 to 10. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. To throw is Murray. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's Murray. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Murray to air it out again. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. To throw again on second down. Murray, touchdown! And Isabella, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the fourth. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 17-14. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away but could not. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. To try again after the sack. Lance buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Jennings. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Here's Lance to throw it. Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Murray now running right on the option. Runs through the contact. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. First carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jamal Williams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Prater for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Trey Lance of the 49ers set to go back on offense here. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Play action, now it's Lance. Rolling to his left. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Shotgun now for Lance. Out to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Gold is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And the stats on his game, they really tell the story. A strong start. I don't know that the defense has really changed a whole lot as opposed to maybe just sticking to that game plan and shutting him down now.
I like where you're going with that because normally we talk about adjustments and drastic changes in a game plan in order to shut someone down. But in this case, maybe they're just sticking with what they worked on all week and they're just making better plays. And so far, they've got to like what they've been doing in the 2nd half.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Connor on the read option. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space.
Missed.
It will not go down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And they will take a knee here. 2nd and 11 now. Murray giving to Connor on the option. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Down to a knee goes Murray as that will just about wrap this thing up. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right? That reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points. Defense held them. And lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for the Cardinals, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next.